You know what they say? Ignorance is bliss. Now we're living day to day, doing the bad habits, knowing that we're not living up to our potential. It kills us every single day. Yesterday I was watching a video by Hamza, and he was saying in that video something that really resonated with me. He was saying that we don't have the privilege of ignorance anymore. You know how back in the day games used to be very fun? Games, even watching TikTok, eating junk food, all these stuff that instant gratifications that we grew up with. Back then it used to be so much fun. Back then we'd be excited to wake up to play games. We'd wake up, our friends are already on, and literally my friends used to wake me up. Yo, get on, we're already on. It would feel like a grind. It would feel like brotherhood. It would feel so much fun. That's not there anymore, bro. We can't act like those people anymore. We've grown up. That could either be a good or bad thing. The bad thing is because we live with this thing called cognitive dissonance every single day. What that pretty much means is that we know what we should be doing, but we don't do it. Wait, give me a second. Let me just put this freaking mic down, bro. It's so loud. Deep down, we know what we should be doing, but we don't do it. We know that we should not be playing video games because it destroys us, but we still do it. And watching the Hamza video, I actually I actually resonated with it because for the past week, bro, if you've been looking at my channel, I literally made a video called I Just Relapsed, and that was last week. A part of me still accepts playing video games despite 3 years of self-improvement. And every single time I play, it's never a pleasant experience. It's never like the ones that it's never like the times when I used to play. Every single time I play video games, bro, it's always dead. It's always I'm getting thoughts in my head, such as, what are you doing? You're literally wasting time. This. Your dad's literally out working right now, and you're here playing video games. You're 21 years old and you're playing video games, and you can never enjoy these things anymore. There comes a point in time when ignorance was bliss, but it's not that anymore. Scrolling isn't the same anymore. You know you're wasting your time. That's the only reason why you're watching this video. I think it's just a lack of commitment. I think that's what we're missing. We're missing a lack of commitment to this path. We're missing, because here's the issue, right? A lot of us are waiting for something to come and help us. I talked about this before as well. I feel like a lot of the habits that we do, the bad habits, it's because there's a part of us that secretly wants to accept them. I don't think that we've made an actual commitment, because at the end of the day, no matter what way you try to quit your habit, it'll all go down to one thing, which is your decision, which is your choice. At the end of the day, no matter how much we try to avoid, you doing the habit comes down to whether you decide to do it or not, whether I decide to do it or not. That's the thing that I feel like we're having a hard time accepting, because we think that there's a way to quit the habit forever without needing to take personal responsibility. Maybe for you it's pornography, maybe for you it's video games, maybe for you it's junk food, scrolling. These are just the most famous ones. Drugs. No matter how much I try to avoid it, at the end of the day, I make that decision. And at the end of the day, we have to believe that that decision is made by us. We have the power. We want to feel helpless. That is the issue. We want to feel helpless. We want to feel like we're struggling, which is the issue, because there's some sort of bliss in the fact that we are struggling. A lot of it is actually just fear. I was reading this in a book called The Mountain Is You, and it's a great book. And the author was saying that a lot of it is just fear of living a new lifestyle that you don't know how to grasp. A lot of it is just what happens when I change? What happens when I don't do this habit? This habit is keeping me safe somehow. A lot of it is letting that go. One thing I've learned recently is that bad habits are not the problem. They're symptoms of a bigger problem. You might have heard of that. They're symptoms. A lot of us try to attack the bad habit, but we're not attacking the symptom of the bad habit. Bad habits are crutches for our younger selves to hold on to. The symptom of a bad habit could be many. It literally could be many. And I feel like one of the biggest symptoms for our bad habits, one of the biggest root causes of our bad habits, which are the symptoms, is that we haven't fully taken the decision. We haven't committed yet to the other path, to the path of living the good lifestyle, the good habits, focusing on ourselves, taking care of ourselves, taking care of our body, taking care of our physique, our attractiveness, ourselves, being our most capable selves. That's what I like to say, capable. Being the version of ourselves that we know that is inside of us, that we can truly achieve. I'm not even trying to be vague here. We can genuinely do it. It's just me and you are scared. We're scared to move on to the other side. And from personal experience, after 3 years of self-improvement, I went 1 year without playing video games, 1 complete year. I went 2.5 to 3 years without scrolling. I don't use Instagram much. I don't do many of the bad habits anymore. And I'm telling you, this life is so much better. A lot of the reasons that we do the bad habits because we haven't fully committed and made a single decision. We have to understand that the power of decision comes down to our hands in terms of what we do in our day-to-day lives. Genuinely. You have to accept that we are responsible for the habit. We want to feel helpless. We want to feel like, oh, I'm struggling. But we are responsible for doing that habit. We choose to do the habit, but we can also choose to live the other lifestyle and go all in on the self-improvement path. Instead of attacking the habit, for me, it would be video games. For you, it could be other stuff. Instead of attacking that habit and trying to get rid of it, trying to run away from it, it's to make a single decision. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna change my decision making. There's a difference. Because one is you're trying to resist it. Like I wrote it in my journal literally yesterday, right? I wrote it in my journal. Hey, let me open it up for you. The reason why we relapse on our bad habits, could be pornography, could be video games, is that you're trying to resist or run away from it. That is the biggest issue. And when I look back, I haven't ate junk food, or I haven't craved junk food in about 3 years, to be honest with you. This might sound crazy. I don't crave junk food. Like at all, and this is a blessing from God. And I used to be someone who used to eat a lot of junk food. Like I used to binge eat, so that was kind of big for me. And I realized, like if I look at myself, I don't resist junk food. I don't try to run away from it. I just know that it exists. Sometimes it could be in my house. Sometimes it could be in my kitchen because I have a little sister, I have family, I have cousins that they eat stuff like that. They still eat cookies downstairs and whatever. I don't resist it. I don't be like, oh, I'm gonna remove all the cookies in my house, although that could maybe help for those people that are struggling. But I just stopped seeing it as a need. I stopped seeing junk food as a need. I started to see it as a nuisance. I started to see it as a thing that keeps me weak. And I decided, you know what, since I'm gonna go all in on my self-improvement path, 3 years ago, I made that decision to go all in on self-improvement, to go on a dopamine detox for life, to realize that, you know what, I will not do the instant gratification habits anymore because it destroys my mental health. It's keeping me weak and it's keeping me mediocre. I made a decision, I made a commitment, like a full-on commitment. And I realized that the power of decision making is in my hands. A lot of it is not even willpower. A lot of it is not willpower. Willpower will only last you so far, but willpower will always deplete. When willpower does deplete, why do we go back to these habits? Because we see them as an option. Yeah, this is sort of what I want to talk about in this video, not gonna lie, bro. Honestly, I haven't been feeling super excited to make videos these days. And a lot of it is because, my self-development has been a lot lower, I haven't been fully committed. So I literally wrote in my journal this morning, that I have to make a full commitment. I have to fully commit to this path of self-improvement, of focusing on the good habits. I have to make a commitment. Like, I can't continuously be someone who continuously does the bad habits every single time. I just can't. How much longer can I do that for? Not very long. Because at the end of the day, one day I'm going to have to change anyway. But that depends. What if I don't change? A lot of people say that one day I'll change, but they never change, do they? And that's scary. So I think a lot of it is like we want to feel like we're helpless, and we have to understand, no, we're not helpless here. A lot of it is just letting the little boy inside of us die. So one thing I want you to take away from this video is that you have the power. Genuinely, you have the power to make that decision. And that the reason why me and you are going back to our crutches, by the bad habits, is because we haven't committed. We haven't committed to the path that doesn't allow for those bad habits to even exist. Yeah. Anyways, guys, sorry I was a little bit more quieter and just more different in this video, but I felt like I needed to make this, and yeah. So despite feeling a little bit off, hopefully this video was helpful. I'm gonna work on my self-improvement, and you're gonna see some insane content. And as I've been saying even before 2026 started. I think God's gonna reward me this year, inshallah. So yeah, boys, thank you so much for watching. Let's freaking kill it. Can't wait to keep making more videos. School's starting in freaking 2 days, but that's fine. 3 days, but that's fine. That's fine. I will still be recording. I'll still be on this path. So yeah, boys, I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Assalamu alaikum.